Hey folks, welcome to Raisy's Daily Diaries. Today we're going to do some electrics, and I'm going to do two videos today, one now and one a bit later, moaning later by the way, about electrics, because what we're doing now is we're putting some sockets in. So I'm just going to talk you through it. So what we've got here is we've got a double socket, and I'm going to put that in that hole there. And the first thing you do is, I've got some tools here for the job. A handful of tools. You're going to need wire cutters, that's these ones, a normal screwdriver, a small one for the block connectors. I'm using some old broken pliers, beg my pardon, and some wire strippers here. Not very good tools, but they're going to do the job. So I'm going to take my normal screwdriver and I'm going to open up this casing here. I don't know if you can see there's little holes at the top and the bottom there. So I just stick a screwdriver in there and pop off the top plate, which is going to work perfectly. I'm just going to turn the camera a little bit so you've got a better angle on it, on what I'm doing. So this is pop that case off, and then you've got two screws in the middle, there and there, and they're going to come out. Completely, and I'm going to put those on the floor at the bottom of where I'm going to put the socket in, because I'll tell you why I can't put them in just yet. So I'm just taking those screws out. They're quite long screws. This double socket cost me £3.60. There's your screws, don't lose them, like I nearly did just then. And then you've got this. So I'm going to take the elastic band off the back and the paper out, and I'm going to show you the paper just for interest's sake. So what you've got there is the positive, the negative and the neutral, and that's a double socket. So that's what it looks like. So I don't need that. And now I'm going to pull apart this here like that. So I've taken that off, and that's what you got there. So now what I'd like to do is, there's two lots of clips there. So when I loosen them off, these side bits drop down. So I'll just show you that now. So I'm just going to loosen them off. And I don't know if you can see it's going down there. Show you on the other one in case you missed it. It's just going to drop down. There it goes. Down, 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 down. So what you're looking at is these bits dropping down. What to do? Next thing I'm going to do is unscrew these bits here. This is where I'm going to put the wires. There you go. Right, so I've loosened those off. Now what I'm going to do is get my piece of wire and cut it in the middle like so. Now this wire is 2.5, which you need for sockets, and I need 1.5 for lighting. So I'm just pulling it apart like that. And I'm going to strip it. So take the outer casing off first. Like I said, a bad workman blames their tools, but these tools are not the easiest strippers to use. But they're all I've got, so that's what I'm using. And what it reveals is a brown wire and a blue wire. So the brown is the positive and the other one's the neutral. So now I'm going to strip again to 2.5. That was really well done. Like I said, brilliant strippers. And you've got a nice bit of fresh copper wire coming off there. Brown and blue. Okay, so the next thing to do that's really important is to take your cup, which is going to go into there, and you can see on the back there's a cutout hole, so I'm going to do that now. I'm literally just going to push the screwdriver in 4 places. There it goes. And I've got myself a hole in the back now. And what we're going to do with the hole is we're going to thread the wire through at this stage. Now the other end of the wire is still connected to the reel. So we've got the positive and negative. Now, take my pliers and this, and I'm going to put the one through this side and one through this side and one through this side. And I'm going to do that now by bending these wires into the place I want them. So just so that a little hook on it, so it's going to fit round the terminal. So let's see. You also have to decide which way your socket's going on the walls. So it's going to go this way, like this, because I've got one socket here and one socket here. Now if I do them that way up, then I've got one socket above and one below, which I don't want. I want them sideways. So that determines which way you're going to put the hooks around. So here we go. I'm going to do a bit of connecting now. So I want to show you so you can see what's going on. You see I've put that little hook of wire around there. I'm just going to screw it in. Actually I'm not, I'm just going to bend it a little bit more before I do that. It's easier to bend it at this stage. Nice fresh bit of copper there. That's the effect I want. It's just gone underneath this screw. I'm going to put this down really tight, and there we have it. It's nicely bent around the screw, and then I'm just going to pull that brown one down the side of my electric here and do the same with the blue one. So the blue one's going in this way, so I need to bend it. There it is, and it's going to go under the screw like that. Get in there. Under there it's gone, and I'm just going to screw that down nice and tight. So it's not going anywhere whatsoever, and once again I'm going to put that wire, bend it down the side nicely. So that's what we've got, brown and a blue, and now we're going to feed this cap up to the back and sit it in the box. Now we're going to bend the wires. They're not sitting straight through the hole, and the hole has to be at the bottom of the plug. So let's go back over here. Okay. We're going to go, let's see, that's sideways, and that's at the bottom. So that's at the bottom. The hole I want to place at the bottom, and at this stage, what I'm going to do, so I was talking to you about those little clips earlier that I loosened, so I have to get them inside the box here. And sugar. Come on, baby. I'll loosen it off a little bit more because it won't go in the bowl. They're like little claws, little sharp claws, those clips. So now I've got the socket flush. These things are flush with the edge, and it's all lined up in the hole where I want it coming out. And now what happens is, I'm just putting a kink in it like that, because this goes in the wall, and this nice little electrical casing, the black bit, actually is going to be cemented into the wall. And then what happens is you tighten these little screws on those clips, and they push that whole box into the wall and hold it there firmly so that it's not going to go anywhere, which is great. So I could have cemented them in first and then done these little clips here, tighten them, and what they're doing is as I tighten them, they're going out and they're grabbing into the box, so that won't come out the box now, and the box won't come out the wall because the clips grab it into the wall. So there's the first socket done. Now what will happen is when I put this back in, it's going to sit flush. I'll show you that actually now. There you go, it's going to sit perfectly flush with the wall, and all of this is going to be plastered over, and that cable will be well and truly in the wall. But not finished yet, I'm afraid, there's more. So what's going to happen now is, sorry about that, we're going to go down in the world, go to ground level here, and I'm taking this cable all the way down here to my block connector. So joining it to the circuit, there it is, and the block connector is going to connect here. This is the block connector I'm talking about. So I'm just going to do that for you now as well, because why not bore the hell out of you while I've got you here. I'm just going to cut that. Just going to cut that cable there. Actually, what I could do is just give you an example and save you the pain of having to watch. So what I'll do is I'll just take you around. So I've got a cooker one here going in and a double socket going in here. Two singles, one's for the light switches. But at the moment we're working on these, sorry guys. So what I got here is a single socket, there it is there, and that goes down to, I don't know if you can see it there, it's a block connector here that joins it to this circuit that's running around the skirting board, and another one here. So there it is, and that there is joining neatly and running along the ground all the way. So that's it guys, thanks for watching. 20 minutes, I've got about 100 light switches to do, and another, how many? Lots anyway. Bulgarian Electric sockets. Bye.